folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natasha and I do book things here. Today's video is going to be reintroducing the new 2019 TBR star jars. Also, before I get questions, these shelves are empty because I am reworking all of my shelves right now, so this whole thing is going to change. Don't worry, the Stephen Kings are going to stay there, but you guys might get some more Stephen Kings just on this shelf. If I kind of pan you over, you guys can see, hopefully, I am just redoing all of that. I ended up getting a third shelf for Christmas, so that is the dealio with that. But today I'm going to talk about the new TBR star jars. So for those of you who are new to my channel, you may not know that last year I made tiny itty bitty stars for all of the unread books I had on my shelves for my TBR, and every month I picked a certain number. Typically it was 4 that I picked each month, and those are the books that I kind of had to force myself to read. Was I successful all of those months? No. Did I definitely like DNF some of those books and purge them? Absolutely. I think it was a really fun challenge for myself. I am actually a mood reader, and so if I choose to read books off my TBR, it's literally like mostly my horror, contemporary, you know, stuff that I just want to read in the moment, and putting all of them into random little stars and picking them really lets me read a variety of things. Definitely showed in 2018. I read so many different genres that honestly I didn't even know were on my shelves. I bought a lot of books when I started BookTube and just like sort of hauled them all in and then never touched them. It's just not good. And so this year I did the math, I did the stars. I have 238 unread books up on my shelves, and I have put all of the different categories into this. I'm gonna just turn down my lighting here so you guys can properly see the colors. Yeah, so these are what they look like. Ignore some of the ones on the top here, but these are all of the different categories. So as you can see, hopefully, if you guys can tell, the pink ones here are contemporary. I have the most of those. Green ones in here are like thriller, the orange ones are mystery. I'm gonna walk you guys through what all of them are. So overall, the stars this year are separated into 16 categories. Listen, was I overachieving? Yes, I was, but I had a bunch of cardstock and various colors, and I just wanted to make it pretty and fun for myself. Of the categories that are in here, we have, and I'll put a little picture here, we have romance, short stories, humor, graphic novels, contemporary, mystery, dystopian, paranormal, sci-fi, horror, thrillers, fantasy, non-fiction, historical, magical realism, and classics. And as I mentioned, obviously, the pink ones right here are contemporary. I have the most of those, and then everything else is just sort of in there. I just thought it would be a fun way to mix them all up, pull them, and sort of really know what I'm getting into and what books I'm pulling and stuff. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun. How I make those stars, I literally just Google, like I know how to make them now, but I Googled origami paper stars, and that's the little tutorial I follow. It's basically a little thin strip of paper, you fold it into a loop, you make it into a little sort of pentagon, and then you pinch the edges. Not all of them are perfectly pinched, not gonna lie. And I definitely didn't make 230 of these in a day. It took about 3 weeks. I started this in the beginning of December, and it took a lifetime. You can see this one here, perfectly made little star. This one, not so much. They're not perfect. They're all in there, so I'm pretty proud of it. So one thing that is like a goal in 2019 is to track how many I pulled and how many I read. I did not track that. Sorry guys. I want to say that I probably pulled like 48, and I probably read 30, I want to say, off of there. That's just my guess. That's probably the numbers, but yeah, I actually want to track it, and I'm going to be tracking it. So now comes the fun part. This is kind of hard for me to do, but you guys can see there's some classics, contemporary, yellows are like sci-fi, The orange is mystery, the purple on the bottom is magical realism, horror is like the green up here. I get to put these in a box and actually mix them up, which I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. So without further ado, I'm gonna pour them back in this Spooky Town box, which is the box that I used last year. I'm gonna pour them in there. Mix them all up. Like, that just looks like a whole box of contemporary. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty overwhelmingly like contemporary, which is probably what I'm gonna pick. So I'm just looking, making sure they're all sort of evenly mixed around. January, I do have a pretty big TBR. So I think instead of 4, I'm gonna be kind to myself and I'm gonna pick 3. And these are all my new books, so none of these are repeats in here, and none of them are books that I've read before, or they shouldn't be so far. Alright, so this is the one I picked. I don't know what this is. Let me check my reference guide. It is a little blue one. What are you? Oh god. So I actually think this little blue star is a historical? I don't imagine I have too many of those. Let's see what you are. Ah, this is so fun. First one of the year. Alright, so the book that I picked is Commonwealth by Anne Pratchett. I know approximately what that book looks like, so let me grab it. So this is Commonwealth. I picked this up at a garage sale, I believe. I had kept seeing it in a bookstore and I just grabbed it at a garage sale. This is a book that spans over 5 decades. It is a historical, but I guess it's kind of more of a contemporary story about family. I think I just saw probably on Goodreads that it was listed as a historical and then categorized it as such. It follows so basically 2 people kiss and then it spans 5 decades, 4 parents, 6 children, da 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 da. It says, told in equal measures of humor and heartbreak, Commonwealth is a meditation or inspiration, interpretation, and ownership of stories. It is a brilliant and tender tale of far-reaching ties of love and responsibility that brings us together. So I think this is more, this matches me. This book is like my aesthetic right now. Into it. But this is more of like a story of family and relationships. Also kind of historical, not like the most historical of all time, which is good because I don't like them typically that much. Pick our second book. I'm not gonna look, I'm gonna get right into the bottom. I pick this one, a green. What are you? I don't know all my colors yet, so forgive me. This is one of 2 things. This is either a horror or a thriller. I didn't really plan that well, did I? I'm gonna go with this one is a thriller. These 2 greens are slightly different. Do you see that? Whatever. This is a thriller. So let's see what this one is. I'm not gonna lie though. If you're gonna do this challenge with these little stars, don't make them out of cardstock. It hurts your fingers really bad. Alright. Oh. This one might work out well. I think I know what it is. I think I can tell. I only have 2 books in here by this author. Yeah. So this one we have Final Girls by Riley Sagar. That is okay because I actually have a copy of this out from the library in audiobook format right now. Although I don't know where my physical copy is. I will include a picture right here. Pretty popular one. I'm also planning on reading another Riley Sagar in the month of January for Buzzword Readathon. I'm gonna be reading The Last Time I Lied. So I'm gonna double stack my Riley Sagar books. That's a good pick because I'm already like basically reading it. And then we'll do one last one. Let's go for this one here in orange. That is mystery, I believe. Yes, this one is a mystery book. Let's see what this one is. Okay, this is a funny pick. I'm gonna pick another one. Wow, this box. You guys saw me mix them up and pick them, so We have The Lying Game by Ruth Ware. This is actually on my TBR for Buzzword Readathon for lie and liar, liar, all those words. So I'm going to pick another one because this is one that I was already going to read this month that I feel like is already going to happen. So I'll pick one more. Alright, we're going to go with this one. What Are You, Weird Pink One. This is not a contemporary. This is... From what I can tell, this one is short stories. Okay. Which again, I don't have too many of, so I don't know what it could be. Let's find out the... Oh no, sorry, this is wrong. This is a graphic novel. And I picked Saga Volume 5. So I am actually going to read... I have it right here, actually. I'm going to read Saga Volume 4 first. Saga Volume 4 is still in the jar, so when I pick that one, I'll read 5. Okay, so these are all things that were like on my radar, excited to read them. So we have Commonwealth, which is like a historical family story. We have Saga Volume 4, which is a graphic novel fantasy kind of series. Then I have Final Girls by Riley Sagar. Again, picture here because I think it's in my bedroom. That's not a bad 3 books. So let me know in the comments down below if you think I'm actually going to read them all this month. I think I'm actually going to do good. So I'm kind of excited about it. I don't know. Something about these are just, they fill me with so much joy. I just love them. And I want to do good this year. I want to read a lot of them, you know. Yeah. So this is the year of reading things off of my TBR and not buying a whole lot of books, hopefully. We'll see how it goes, but I'm very hopeful that I'm just going to not be bringing in massive amounts of books and that I can actually dwindle down my TBR. This is a fun way for me to do it as well. Let me know in the comments down below, do you like the TBR star jars? Do you think it's a fun idea? Do you like all the different colors now? It's going to be much easier to figure out what books they are and where they are and find them all. I don't know, just leave me any comments down below. Have you read any of those books? Which ones I should start with first? I'm probably going to start with Saga first, I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited about Saga. And yeah, I do hope everyone is doing good, and until my next video, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye!